Hello and welcome back to the Owl Upstairs Tarot. Thank you so much for being here today. Today we are asking Spirit for a clear and immediate message and guidance for the new moon in Capricorn. So we have a very auspicious new moon coming up in just a few days in the sign of Capricorn. What that means is this is a really bold and ambitious time to work with the lunar cycles to manifest what it is that your heart desires or whatever you want in life. So we're asking Spirit today for the clear and immediate guidance that will best serve you and your highest self and what you need to know for this new moon. So take a moment and tune into your intuition and feel which tarot deck you are most drawn to today. So pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. And we will be using this tarot deck with the oracle cards in each reading. If you feel drawn to more than one tarot deck, honor that and know that there could be multiple messages for you in multiple readings. So if you need to check out the links in the description to take you right to the pile that you feel called to, feel free to do so in the comments below. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we are asking for clear and immediate guidance for the new moon in Capricorn. So this is what Spirit wants you to know that will best help you with your manifestations and anything else right now that you're navigating or working through under this lunation cycle. So let's go ahead and put your tarot cards over here to the side, and then we will draw some oracle cards first. So we are asking Spirit for immediate guidance, clear, immediate guidance for the new moon Capricorn on what you need to know most that will best serve you under this lunation cycle. So please, Spirit, for pile number 1, the very best card. Get this one. Okay. And let's see. Pile number 1, please, first from Spirit. Clear and immediate guidance on what pile 1 needs to know for the new moon in Capricorn. Okay, we'll do one more. This one for sure. And I think this one too. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, we have the justice and adjustment. So karmic adjustment, balance, and objectivity. We're definitely in the process of creating something. I think this is a creation that is a gift from Spirit, from your higher self, and it's definitely going to serve others from your heart center. I feel very much like you're stepping into your power. You have the divine feminine behind you. Beautiful. Love that for you. Okay, we also have exalted moon, self-regulation. Love this rainbow. Again, getting your download from the universe, taking it into Taurus. So this reminds me of Taurus. Taurus is a fixed sign, I believe. Very stubborn, very tenacious, but slow and steady wins the race. They're a sign that like really puts things into the physical, which is great under the Capricorn new moon because it's a very ambitious sign. It's a go-getter. Capricorn's an energy to get things done. So whatever download that you have received, I feel that this is an opportunity for you to absolutely ground it into the physical. We also have talk to the moon, communicate. I feel a lot of peace when I look at this card. Or surrender, more so surrendering and listening to the divine. I'm not sure what that is, but I saw like something in the corner there. And then we have welcome the new. I love that so much. Again, the purple, divine guidance, support, spiritual growth. Love it. Okay. So let's see what else is coming through as I sit with these. So I definitely feel like you're being given a download with something that's going to help you to bring more power to yourself, more harmony, more freedom. more flow. I feel like we've maybe been doing something for an extended period of time, like a fixed way of doing something for a long time. But now we are opening up the potential to do something in a fresh, new way, to adjust how we're doing something. Spiritual growth makes me feel like this is connected to something internally. So either something that you connect with the divine. I'm seeing these antennas really stick out. So this is perception, sensitivity, I would say psychic gifts. Perhaps you're getting new downloads or like new ways of picking up on information, or maybe you're, utilizing new tools to communicate with spirit, like tarot, oracle cards, automatic writing. Yeah, I feel like this guidance that Spirit's giving you under this lunation cycle is to be willing to change how you're doing things and be willing to change how you communicate, both with Spirit and I think others too, or maybe how you express yourself. Let's draw a couple more cards. Let's ask Spirit, maybe please have one more oracle card for pile number 1 to help us kind of, or 2, thank you. I said a couple, and there we go. Okay, so we have growth, toadstools. Such unique beauty in this card, because at first I was kind of taken aback by how much she's covering her face and just like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a positive growth, but then like growth as in there's 2 sides here. There's like her hidden side, and then there's her like authentic, vulnerable side. I think that's part of the transformation and the transformation of perspective. Also, we have 44 here. And enlightenment. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So definitely connected to the spiritual growth for sure. Okay. So this is entering the temple of your heart and welcoming new ways of probably expressing yourself, your emotions, your vulnerabilities. I feel very grounded when I look at this card, and this is a very grounded card as well. So whatever new things or the adjustments that you are making, that you pick up, I believe, from within, so intuitive guidance, messages from spirit, I feel like you're being asked under this lunation cycle to take practical steps forward utilizing the information that they give you. I think it's going to bring a sunny disposition. I think you'll be really happy with it. For some reason, I feel like these are scars. Maybe you've been hurt in the past, and that's why you have this armor on. Perhaps the spiritual growth has to do with taking some of this armor off and sharing more of who you are authentically. Oh, look, she's carrying a little cup. A chalice. This is emotions. Yeah, okay. So perhaps we're not being fully transparent either with ourselves or with others on how we feel emotionally. That's maybe part of the armor and why we wear it, because of being hurt in the past. Understandably so. But I feel like you're weighing the pros and cons of, I don't even want to say head and heart, because it's not head and heart. It really feels like spirit and heart, higher guidance and the heart, anchoring in these new energies, creating a new way of being. Good for you, pile 1. That's amazing. Okay, let's ask our tarot cards for more details about this. The changes that you're welcoming in for spiritual growth, the enlightenment. What does Spirit have to share with you, pile number 1, about these changes that you are welcoming in? I keep hearing in my head, please accept the new, please accept the new. So I'm not sure if you're starting a new relationship, job, career, practice of sorts. So we have the Seven of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Cups. I'm going to move these over just a little bit so we have room for these. The Nine of Swords and the Artist. Okay, so let's see. I definitely feel like the scars on her face, these are connected for sure. But there's a lot here. Okay. So I feel like you've been really smart with keeping yourself cloaked. And you've used your wits to be able to do so. Okay, I feel like you've gone from one way of being now to a new way of being. And here is again your armor. While you've used your wits and you've outwon, like, do you see this hard line right here? Like, hardcore boundary where you're like, nope, this is my side, this is theirs. I feel like this is an opportunity under this lunation cycle to harmonize maybe some of those dreams that you have with the fears that you have. Like, we are transforming or manifesting those castles in the skies, those wishes, dreams, hopes, fulfillments that you have that you want to bring forward, that I feel like maybe you're a little bit afraid of doing because of the pain of the past. But I feel like with the welcome, the new, and the spiritual growth, the pain has not been for nothing. I truly feel like Spirit never gives us more than what we can handle, which is important to recall and reflect on when we're being called to step up. With self-regulation too, in regards to emotions, maybe you're learning how to balance emotional patterns that have come up, fear and anxiety, with stepping up and being your authentic self. Because the Nine of Swords is interesting because it's all about fears and anxieties. But this girl does not have anyone in the physical with her. These are all perceptions of the mind, the past. It's not real, even though it feels so real. Anxiety and fear and self-doubts, they feel so real. But I do feel like during this cycle, you have the opportunity to, if you've not already seen how this cycle is playing out, you'll either see it for what it is, which is the first step towards making a change, or perhaps you've already seen it and you're ready to take this mask off. Perhaps you're ready to allow for the new to come. And if that's the case, your new moon wishes might be something like, Spirit, help me to remove all of the masks that I place on myself for protection so that I may step into my heart center transparently and share who I am authentically from my heart in a way that feels good to me, trusting that I'm also safe. I think safety for you comes from communicating your boundaries, because the more we express our truth and we tell people, hey, this feels good or this doesn't, or I'm okay with this or I'm not, it allows you to balance the pros and cons of who is serving you and who is not. Because if people, after you share your truth with them, your boundaries, your lines, and they don't honor that, then you know how to weigh how you move forward with that relationship. Because if someone's not honoring your communication and what you want, then you can then make the choices to either change the relationship or shift how your dynamic with them. But I do feel like we are harmonizing something. I feel like this is an opportunity for us to let go some of these anxieties and fears, because I feel like you have beautiful dreams and wishes. Like, Spirit has placed upon your heart some very, very wonderful things, which is so exciting. So, Spirit, how can pile number 1 overcome some of these fears, anxieties, doubts? Like, how can they utilize this portal of manifestation to rid themselves of the past, so that they can welcome the new and grow in love? Okay, let's see what we got. It is about completing the cycle. Here's the bull again. So Taurus is going to be, I believe, the end of April into the middle of May. So this cycle perhaps is going to bring, timelines for when you set your intentions and wishes. Look for the completion of the cycle to either be around that frame of time or spring in general. Or we can also look at spring as an energy. So if we are asking how to let go of the anxieties and the fears, we need to consider the new, welcoming in spring, renewal, cleansing ourselves, getting rid of those past things that we have loop within us. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, just holding ourselves back, holding on to protecting ourselves. The Star card. And then we also have Ace of Wands. I love it. Okay. So how do we get rid? We have to complete the cycle. This almost looks like a palm tree to me. So I think we need some fresh, not luxurious energy, but it's almost like, yeah, we're palm trees and pools. Oh man, there's a song that just came into my mind. It's a Frank Ocean song, Sweet Life. Palm trees and pools, creating a very sweet life for yourself. So we do this by closing a chapter, letting it go, and focusing more of our attention on our wishes, dreams, desires. So do you ever talk to Spirit about what you want? I mean, I have found in my spiritual journey that when I ask for something, man, it is given to me so quickly. And I get emotional as I say that, because I feel like it's something that you've really wanted for a long time. You've been praying for this new beginning. If you've not been praying, I would absolutely encourage you to talk to your team in Spirit, whatever that looks like for you. So if it's not, like, you don't have to have a denomination or a belief system, as long as you're praying or asking or setting intentions from your heart and from a place of love, the sky's the limit. I mean, miracles and magic happen every single day. We just have to be open to them. So I feel like this is a new, fruitful, and also very powerful new beginning. It's something that hasn't been created yet, but I do, again, feel like you have the download. Let's talk a little bit more about, let's say, why you have the fears. Lizard, scarcity and lack, because this reminds me of a crocodile. I think this is more emotional, again, going back to the cup and the crocodile, than anything. So emotionally, you've been hurt in the past by maybe something that you've shared vulnerably or created. And it's hard to step up and do it again. It really is, especially if you are a powerful manifestor and creator and a sensitive person, someone who lives from their heart center. To be smushed by other people and their lack of kindness can be really hard to overcome. So I understand. But Spirit wants you to see the higher vision. I think you know how to complete it. I think you know what steps to take. Know that you're held in unconditional love, and that there are many paths towards what you want. I think you're starting to dabble. to dip your toes in it. She looks so relaxed. We have more castles. And this time the castle is on the ground. It's not in the sky. So if you want to move, because you are looking at buying a new home, like castles could be a home, or if you're looking to have moving to a different state of consciousness, different state of being. When we talk about moving or like creating or grounding energies, it's not always about a physical transition. Sometimes mental and emotional shifts that we can ground in the physical by being mindful of them can create big waves and ripple effects in other areas of our lives. So I do feel like there's a big opportunity for movement more aligned with who you truly are and authentically. Allow whatever the cycle is that needs to be completed to be complete. Springtime energy, renewal in that time, big vision. Look at the higher calling picture and listen. The star card underneath this communication card makes me feel like you're asking 100%. Now, the other piece with communication is to receive. So there's a reciprocity when we have conversations. We ask, and then we sit back and we surrender so we can hear what the message is, the guidance to take action on it. Let me see if Spirit has already given you guidance. Have you given them guidance yet, Spirit? Do they know? Let me pull a couple more cards here and let's ask Spirit the guidance that they have prayed for, asked for. Is there anything else that you would like to share with them on this guidance, the communication piece? How can they? So here's the guidance. Yeah, reciprocity, give and take. It's a balance. Okay, so Spirit, one last question, please. How can they more deeply listen with the communication, with the manifestation, to best use this reciprocity energy? These two. Okay. Empress, I love that. Nine of Pentacles, also love that. And the High Priestess. Beautiful. Okay, so definitely need to sit in, I don't know, meditation. This garden here makes me feel like your soul garden. So like sitting in your soul garden, listening to what's on your heart. This is like independent luxury. So whatever makes you feel good. And then also it allows you to be in a space of creation so that you can not only hear what they're placing upon your heart, but it's also then you're being given the opportunity to actually make some big changes. I mean, with the Ace of Wands, this is a very fertile portal of time for you. So to sum it all up, you're on the right path. Keep leaning into your heart. Keep allowing yourself to stay grounded and don't let your emotions get you swept up into or fears or anxieties into the past. Really pray and listen to the guidance Spirit has been giving you. Be open to the new possibilities, welcoming in a very sweet, rich, abundant life. Know that you deserve this 100%. Don't be afraid to be your authentic self. Share what's on your heart, what Spirit has gifted you, and I think you will see a beautiful, beautiful 2024, especially using this new moon in Capricorn as an initiation point into a new beginning. So, pile number 1, this is your reading. Thank you so much for being here today. I would love to hear from you in the comments below on what it is you are manifesting under this lunation cycle. If you feel called, please subscribe to my channel for more videos and updates, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're asking Spirit for a clear and immediate guidance for this new moon in Capricorn to assist you in your manifestations or any guidance that you need to know under this lunation cycle. So we're going to just put these right over here for the time being. And first we're going to draw some oracle cards. So Spirit, we kindly ask you to please share the very best information for pile number 2, clear and immediate guidance on what they need to know most under this lunation cycle. Thank you. All right. Let's see what for pile number 2, Spirit, you have to say. I really feel just that one. Okay. So let's see what we have. Moon Menace, avoid drama. Always wise. And take the lead. Okay, love these. I feel like you have a gateway here. Maybe into the unknown. But I feel like it's absolutely being illuminated. Like, and you know what's interesting is right now, at the time that I'm recording this, we're not quite to the new moon, but like the moon phase would be about here. So maybe this is like a 2-week window of opportunity for you to really be mindful of like doors opening, but also to not get sucked into other people's stuff. You're the boss. You're in charge. Just stay grounded. Okay, let's see what this one is. Wise woman of the grove with grace. Look at this beautiful ring. And it's red too. I just heard ruby red fire. And you know what's interesting? Before I started this reading, I felt like there was a spirit presence with me. Did not feel that in pile number 1, but let me sit with that and see where this person wants to take us. This has been a long journey for you. Like, you are in the thick of the woods. But I do want to let you know that the treasure is in sight for sure. And you've been following the guidance that your spirit team has been giving you, or your ancestors or loved ones in spirit. Very, very strong guidance that you've been following. So kudos to you for that. I'm sure as I get full body chills right now, they will have more to say. But first, let's see what else for pile number 2, Spirit. What do they need to know? Clear and immediate guidance for this new moon in Capricorn. The Empress. Creative endeavor, nurturing, and fertility. Oh, you are held in very high regard from your spirit team. I saw these sparkles up here. We have more sparkles up here. Like, magic is just surrounding you right now. Big, big magic. You're being protected, incubated. I think you also hold the magic. You hold the treasure within yourself. Not sure if you're creating something right now or thinking about starting a creative endeavor. Perhaps you're actually birthing or wanting to have children. Let's see. Let's draw a couple more. Spirit, could you kindly share pile number 2? Very best information for them. For clear and immediate guidance for this new moon in Capricorn. Please. Okay. Definitely think you are perhaps pregnant, but then also changes in the physical for sure. Be true to you. Okay. And let's go ahead and just move these down slightly. Okay, so a couple things come into mind whenever I see body changes and this be true to you card. So if you have any New Year's resolutions over health things, I do feel like if it is a health concern, if it is something that you're doing in the physical, it doesn't have to be, like weight loss, but perhaps you're starting to nurture and take care of yourself a little bit more. You've learned from something in the past. You're ready to step up and to take the initiative on making these changes in yourself. Do what feels right to you. Don't buy into anybody else's programs or quick fixes or anything else that's like not authentic or yourself. I also feel like it's very important for you to not self-sabotage. Like, don't go places. So for instance, if we are trying not to drink so much alcohol, it would be silly to go to a bar if we're trying not to drink alcohol. Or, if we are trying to be mindful of what we are eating, it would be very silly of us to go to a catered luncheon where they have like all of our favorite spreads and cookies and desserts. But on the other hand, it's also silly to starve ourselves and like not nurture, take care of ourselves, treat ourselves with love and kindness, with grace. Because as we change the external, it's because we have changed something within ourselves. So if the treasure is within ourselves and we're taking action on these changes, well, we will see them manifesting in the external as well, which is beautiful. But we are not defined by our external. So not just our physical body, but the clothes we wear, the brands of clothing that we have, what our house looks like. Like, we are not those things. And I think it's so easy for us to, and especially today's society and culture, like become not affiliated with these things, but like there's a certain status, or like brands create their image to be a certain way, to like make you feel like it's something. And what's interesting is like, just because you wear, well, what just came into my mind, I was gonna say Lululemon pants. Lululemon pants are like, I don't own anything Lululemon because I think it's way too expensive. That's just my personal experience. Like, and what's funny is like Lululemon and a lot of like really high-end brands will partner with Costco and Kirkland brand, and they will sell the exact same product at Costco for like a fraction of the cost. So you can get these workout pants that are really nice. They're actually Lululemon pants, but we don't know it because the Lululemon emblem's not on it. So I guess I don't even know why that came up, but it did. So I'm going to trust that Spirit shared that with me for a reason, and the sun's coming out. So I feel like we are having illumination on truth this moon cycle. Capricorn is also a very tenacious and hardworking energy. So if you are really ambitious and you take initiative and you take the lead on what it is you want, you're going to be very fruitful in seeing the external changes that you want. So even if it's not health, maybe it's, sorry, I just want you to be able to see your cards because they're so pretty. There we go. I like that more. Even if you don't see it immediately, trust that you're being guided. The treasure within yourself, Spirit's leading you to it because they want you to have it. So let's go ahead and draw a couple tarot cards for more details on what else your team in Spirit, what other guidance, clear and immediate messages for you under this new moon in Capricorn that would best serve you, pile two. That one. And what else? I'm like hesitating and second guessing myself. So take the lead too. If you feel like there's something that you want to do, don't hesitate and second guess yourself. Like, because I feel like that's a part of the message as I drew those cards as well. Two of Cups. Partnership with yourself. I feel like you're finally giving yourself the love that you deserve. Even if you, well, we'll see what other, we will see what other kinds of messages we get from these. We have the Eight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. Lovers. I like this lovers card. It's fun. It's very happy and bright and sunshiny. We have the 9 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles. The World card. And the Mother of Cups. You know what's interesting? If you felt drawn to pile number 1, I would also encourage you to check that pile out because there's a lot of similar threads. It's a different reading, but there's a lot of similarities. So if you felt at all called or drawn into that reading, I would absolutely encourage you to check that out as well. Okay, so first, Mother Goose wants you to, like, in the future, to be where you want to go, we need to complete a cycle. So more than anything, there is an emotional pattern or something playing out that needs to be completed. Let's see. We're in the midst of it. And I feel like this has to deal with these as well. Let's see. So this is the past. This is where we came from. Look how dark that is. Yep, that's the past. This is where we're moving on to. So right now we are in this portal right here. Cool. Look at you go. Okay. So in the past, where I think some of the darkness that we're this forest that we're navigating came from partnerships, commitments, things that we made with other people, perhaps to ourselves, that we're either moving on from or we've learned lessons from. I don't think there was balance. The reciprocity that's usually in the 6 of Pentacles, for whatever reason, I don't feel like it was a very harmonious partnership, but you learned a lot from it, so much from it. And because you're walking away from this energy, or you're encouraged to walk away from this kind of energy and make different choices, positive choices, I feel like you're going to have so much more happiness. I think way more happiness and love and abundance than you thought you would ever have. We're like migrating from, I just saw these birds like fly above the forest. So when you're on the forest floor and you have a very ground level perspective, it can be very hard to get lost in all of the like hubbubs of the forest floor. But when you fly above the trees and you have a higher view of where you're going, you can see the destination so much more clearly when you're out of like the weeds, the you know, thick of the forest. Same with corn mazes. When you're in the thick of a corn maze, you have no idea where you're going, but from an aerial perspective, you can see through it so easily. So however you find solace or find guidance or tune into your ancestors, your spirit team, I would encourage you to do so, because I think they're going to gift you with a higher perspective on how to work through this transformation in the external world. It's going to bring you a heck of a lot of abundance. I think more so than you ever anticipated, which is always a freaking gift. I mean, you have the Empress, which is so fruitful, so fertile. And with the 9 of Pentacles being under the Empress, I just think like double whammy, wow. Whatever you are moving to, it's going to be way more balanced. I think that's part of the transformation process. So if you're used to doing extremes or getting pulled into stuff that maybe doesn't always serve you in your highest good, I think that's part of the cycle that's going to be completed. Like, I feel like as I look at this card, the darkness is like retracting back so we can see the full spectrum of something. I think that there's a wise woman. I mean, of course, yes, wise woman of Grove, absolutely. But with this Mother of Cups card too, I feel like you have somebody that you lean on that is a feminine as an energy. It could be a man, but you know, or a woman, or a he, she, they, however they identify. But their energy is feminine. So feminine energy and spirit also could be a divine earth angel. So like someone that you can console and connect with that gives you a higher perspective or guidance on emotions, on pulling yourselves out of patterns, loops, things like helping you navigate the path ahead that best serves you. You think that they are a treasure, and then they also see the treasure within you. So it's a very, very harmonious, balanced relationship that helps you with this transformation. So lean on them, because I feel like they are going to help you see your beauty, how magnificent you are, help you up this mountain. This kind of gives me the same vibes. So these almost look like little tomatoes. So I say that because tomatoes are a fruit, fruitful. It's going to be a fruitful journey. It's going to be a really fruitful experience for you when you step up and you take the initiative on this. You have support if you want it. But I think ultimately it's about you deciding to shield yourself, to protect your heart, to protect what you care about, to nurture yourself, your finances, your physical body, your, what is not because of external appearances, but because it's what's best for you in your heart. And those who are meant to walk the path with you will stay with you, because those are your soul, that's your soul tribe. Those are your people. Those who fall to the wayside, leave, exit the vicinity, say goodbye with your heart, close those doors, tell them toodaloo. We don't need those kinds of partnerships, because those are not rooted in authenticity, rooted in love, superficial stuff, a brand, like the core of those pants are the same pants. One's got a sticker that says one thing, and the other one has no sticker, but they're the same freaking things. But like, be yourself. The pants are the you wear the big girl pants, big man pants, whatever. So you wear the pants. That's so funny. Okay, Spirit, is there anything else for pile number 2 that they need to know? Any additional guidance, any additional messages, anything else for pile number 2? Thank you. Anything else? Okay. The Magician. Yay! Okay, I love this so much, because you, again, create your future. You're the one that stands in this transformative position. Come out of your cocoon. It's time. It's literally time. Just be ready for this. If you need to take your time, get extra support, do it. This is great, because I feel like you are absolutely taking steps. Don't let the fears, the anxieties, the doubts, the darkness, like, here's the path ahead. Put on your blinders. Do not let anybody else get in the way of this thing that you're doing for yourself. Stay true to your heart. Have a clear mind. Accept the gifts, the abundance that's coming towards you, emotional fulfillment. Yeah. You got this. You got this, pile number 2. I hope you have a wonderful new moon in Capricorn. Take charge of this powerful, energetic time. Be ambitious. Be the magician in your life, the empress in your life, to make the changes you wish to see in your world. And may you be blessed. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please feel free to leave a comment below on what it is that you are manifesting in this lunation cycle. I would love to hear from you. And if you feel called, please hit the like and the subscribe button so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Have a beautiful day, pile 2. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here today. Today we're asking Spirit for clear and immediate guidance for the new moon in Capricorn, what you need to know most to help with your manifestations or under this lunation cycle. So I'm going to go ahead and move your cards out of the way for now as we draw a few oracle cards to start your reading. So Spirit, could you kindly share the very best messages for pile number 3 in regards to what clear and immediate guidance they need to hear for the new moon in Capricorn. Let's also do this one. So we have self-care. I love that for you. Throat chakra. Interesting. That's the first thing that came to mind. And I also had limbo. Limbo was a word that came up as I was looking at that card. Shadow work. Night moon. Okay. This is awesome. I love it because the tarot deck that you chose is the Guardian of the Night Tarot, and it goes very well with the shadow work card. Okay, so Spirit, could you please kindly share with pile number 3 very best messages that they need to know, the guidance for the new moon in Capricorn. Thank you. And any additional ones from this deck, please, Spirit, for pile number 3. Any other ones? I feel like there's one more that wants to come out. Here it is. Thank you. Okay. Purity. Wow. Look at you, stunner. So majestic and beautiful. I love unicorns. They're so fun. I actually have a giant gold unicorn behind me. Okay, we also have a Hode with Splendor, determination, communication, and initiative. There's some tricky business going on right now with your life. It's healing though. And I mentioned throat chakra, so yeah, communication. Oh, and the Empress. This came up in pile 2, so if you felt drawn to pile 2, I'd also encourage you to check that out. There might be some different messages there for you as well. I feel like we're missing somebody, but they will make their arrival at the right time. Okay, so let's see. Self-care. Interesting contrast in colors. We have the blue, and then we have the yellow, and we have the orange. Okay, so with that, we have the blue, and we have the yellow and the orange. So the tricky energy that I feel like has to do with something that you want to manifest or a creative endeavor. I'm hearing, or what I'm seeing with these two cards is that I feel like maybe we're speaking something into existence that is not what we want, or like there's opposing forces between what we say that we want and what we are manifesting. I love that the unicorn's here though, because with the shadow work, knowing that there is like you're trotting in the light, and how wonderful I felt when I was drawn to this. The blue here. I feel like you have something to share with everyone, or with family or friends, or like there is something that you are speaking into creation from a very loving place that I think comes from something that you have been diligently working on for yourself. You've been lifted and transported out of this, I don't know, darkness. I just see this beam of light that comes through you that makes me think that even though there's a lot of tricky stuff around here, there's been healing, there's been movement, nurturing, self-care, and there's still this essence of you that is like just magnificent. Let's ask Spirit for one more from this deck. Or two more. Thank you so much. Playful wisdom. Okay, so we have the elves with playfulness. Look at you with your powerful manifestation skills. Wishing on a star. It's like a Jiminy Cricket on your shoulder. I know that there's not a cricket there, but like when I see this card, that's the stuff that I see. This is the time period that we're in right now. So it's not quite a new moon, or maybe it's slightly after, I'm sorry, the new moon. Just have some fun. Pulling out your magic wand and just like getting creative for the fun of it. We have Owl with wisdom. Owls see in the dark. Owls know how to navigate the shadow. Very, very wise. And they can also, oh gosh, a spade for a spade, or they see a spade. I don't exactly know the right verbiage for that, but that's what came to my mind, like calling it as you see it, because you see it as truth. You see through the illusions, through the dark, through the night, which I think can also be very, very draining. And I think it's because you are a pure soul. It can be really hard sometimes as a sensitive person to navigate energies when we're learning how to differentiate, like, you know, what's ours and what's not. Like, what have we been projected upon, and, you know, what's actually ours to hold and carry. Because I think it's really easy sometimes, especially if you're a highly sensitive person, like you just don't want to always maybe rock the boat, or you put so many other people first that you maybe neglect your own self-care. And I think this opportunity for you under this full moon is to take what you have learned from the past, from past experiences, and allow yourself to have fun and not be so serious and maybe so hard on yourself, or maybe so, rigid. Wish upon a star to create a new something for yourself. And allow magic to happen. I mean, unicorns are just pure magic. So are fairies. Absolute magic. Okay. So, Spirit, what is it that they are supposed to share about their journey? Or what is it that they're hearing, receiving? Could you please give us a little bit more information for pile number 3 on the, thank you, guidance of this new moon in Capricorn? King of Pentacles, look at you. Cows are so abundant. So abundant. And fertile, and they're worshipped in a lot of cultures. Dang, you have walked through some stuff. Like the lotus flowers being in full bloom. Like you have walked your talk. That's what I am hearing from this. Really been in the night, been able to transform, but like now you've been crowned because you have come. I feel like you've like almost completed a cycle with something. I'm not sure. Nothing here tells me completion of a cycle, but that's what I feel when I tune into this. And whatever this annoying like presence or annoying like nitpicky energy has been for you, I don't feel like you care anymore. Like you've beat that, or like maybe this is the shadow, like that nagging voice in the back of your head that's like, you'll never do that, or I'm we all have them. I feel like it doesn't bother you. You're not phased. You're standing strong, and you're freaking so grounded. Oh yes, transformation, honey. Oh, the 5 of Cups. So before I went through a really big transformation, it's probably been a year and a half ago, I actually saw a black hawk death moth outside of my bank. This was when I lived in another part of the country. And I thought it was cool, but it was so freaky because it was the size of a hummingbird. I mean, it was freaking ginormous. And they're really beautiful. But I mean, huge, huge indicator for me of major, major life transitions, transformations. So I feel like this has not been a small endeavor for you, which I mean, we also had the cow being a big animal totem for big abundance. So now another indicator for me is like this has been a big transformation. Like this is not a small potato loss. This was like, whew, whole thing. Oh, yes. And the possum with the hangman. Yeah, I do feel like, oh my goodness, I looked outside my window right now and a hawk is literally sitting in my bush looking at me right outside my window. Holy moly. Um, like 4 feet away from me. So if that's not a message and a sign, I don't know what is. Like full body chills. Hello. Okay, so you're being encouraged to pause. Like hardcore pause. So even though we're supposed to be ambitious and like really go after, I feel like you need to see something. Like there is something in the shadows that we need to see. Hawks are messengers. They're also birds of prey, just like the owl. Their guides, Archangel Uriel, sometimes for me is a hawk. As I said that, I saw a shadow figure around it. I'm going to go with Archangel Uriel, might be a great resource for you to reach out to. Helps with things in the physical realm. It's weird. I never wanted to show a bird on a reading, but like I feel like I have to. Like, can we just like literally pile 3? I don't know if this is kosher or not in these readings, but like when spirit speaks this loudly, I just feel like it's very important to share. So, okay, let's get back. And it just flew away. So, what perfect timing. I think it wanted to be seen. So, okay. Well, isn't that new and exciting? Sometimes we have to pause to take in the beauty and the the experience of the present moment. Wow. Okay, let me take a breath and recoup. That was awesome. That was awesome sauce. Okay. 4 of Cups. Again, with the upside down, same, like seeing things from a different perspective. The gifts that this almost a devastation has caused, but because it's been going on, you have such gifts from it. And the 9 of Swords. Wow. This card, I believe, has come up in every single reading that we've had. Interesting. Look at how protected you are. So protected. Polar bears are intense. Very intense. Not only are they fierce protectors of their young, but also bear is a very healing totem. It's also a very strong totem. So you're being shielded. Also, Archangel Uriel protecting you in some way. I feel like that's coming up here as well. Okay, so let me see what else we got with this. If you have any worries about finances, money, things in the physical realm, car, house, I feel like you're going to be taken care of, to not have to worry about that. I feel like we need to look at these things from a very different perspective. These things as in whatever the challenges that you've been going through, that's what I feel like we need to focus on, is shifting and seeing things from a different viewpoint. And because it's skewing how we look at stuff. Well, this is also interesting because it also kind of gives me flavor of pile 1 too. But again, some different messages there. Perhaps you have been so, I don't want to even say jaded, but that's the word that comes up, so we'll just use it. Perhaps you've been so jaded by this experience that now you don't allow yourself to connect to your inner child, like to have fun, to play. Maybe you've been the parent to more than your just own kids, or maybe you've been the parent to family members, or the person at work that always takes care of everything, or maybe you've always been the protector but never the protected. And I just want you to know that you are absolutely protected. You are being nurtured and you are being cared for. However, it's also very important for you to nurture and care for yourself, because transformation like that, you're being carried by spirit 1,000,000%. I mean, with the hawk literally coming to my window, like saying hello, like that's like a shooting star moment. I feel like those are big, hi, hello, I'm here moments for you. Listen to those. I feel like there's going to be a lot of those around, like a lot of those unicorn moments where it's just like, oh my gosh, is this real life? What? It's going to give you a gift of some sort. I feel like for this new moon in Capricorn, the opportunity for you to manifest the abundance or the material or the new big thing for yourself in unconditional love will come as you surrender into allowing your inner child to come out and play, utilizing and sharing some of your wisdoms that you've gained from this experience. Seeing yourself, I think, almost as a leader. Because here we have protection and here we do not. This is a soft furry with roses and some thorns, but enlightenment. And here he's got such a strong armor around him. So where do we perhaps need to take some of our armor off, and where do we maybe need to put some armor on? Like, where are we vulnerable, but then where can we also find this like give and take energy of like, I'm safe, I can actually move forward and talk about this. It's safe for me to be, who I am authentically. Like, yeah, I've been through this, and like, this has been a really tough journey. But you have been gifted the power to create something very beautiful from this, like a unicorn moment. So pile number 3, I don't know what it is that you're working on to create, or like what you want to manifest in your life, but just know that Spirit's got you 400 million zillion %, like so much, that it's crazy. I'm so excited for you. So let's also ask Spirit if there's anything else that they want to share. Thank you so much. Death, yes. Okay, so again with the owl. So letting something go, noticing that there was something in the shadows that needed to go, the enlightenment piece. Pause to reflect so that we can have full transformation. And I feel like in the beginning, before we drew tarot cards, I did mention that something was being completed, or like we were having a moment where it was like, oh, okay, wow, isn't that interesting? Like a full circle moment. Ten of Pentacles, yay! Look how abundant this card is. Beauty, abundant, fertility, honey, sweetness. By letting this go, it's going to bring you a lot of sweetness, a lot of honey. Yes. Deers are so sensitive. Such sensitive creatures. These wolves don't scare me. Like, these wolves actually feel like, this wolf, I'm not quite, this one kind of gives me this flavor. Where it's like, not so sure. It doesn't give me like the most warm and fuzzies, but these don't bother me. What is that saying? That I feel like you have options. Things are working behind the scenes, but you're protected. Even if you can't see it clearly right now, feel your way through it. Move through it gracefully, gently, intuitively. Yes, and the Lovers. And make choices that feel right based off of your intuition. So even if you can't see it, I think, and same with this wisdom, like you can't see exactly where it is that you're going, which is okay. Sometimes it's like that. But feel in your body, feel in your heart from the highest place what you desire and know that you're being guided, even if you can't fully see everything now. Abundance is absolutely coming. Don't look back. Don't look back. Keep going. Keep moving forward. Eyes on the prize. And yeah, just really focus on whatever it is that you set your intentions on under this lunation cycle. I really feel like Spirit's given you their all to make sure that this happens. So pile number 3, that is your reading for today. I am so grateful that you are here. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to leave a comment in the comment section below, I'd love to hear what you are manifesting. And if you hit that like and subscribe button, you will get notified anytime I upload a video for future tarot readings. So pile number 3, have a beautiful day, and we will talk soon. Bye.